usually record these videos in my signature black shirt, but it is December after all. So what I was working on for the past couple of days or something, while not making other videos and guides, is this poison pestilence giga speed farmer necro build on solo fun, because for the most part my builds are heavily reliant on trades, on getting specific items, unique mystic orbs, charms even. And that's like, that's good because that's like what trades league is for, but this way you can get like a much more meaningful progression. And honestly, I've been having a lot of fun with this build is pretty fucking good, and I wanted to break the usual heavily edited voiceover format with just doing something like this. So this build relies on the Malice tree. For the most part, people use Death Ripple, Dream Eater for Malice, but Pestilence is honestly really fucking good when it comes to being the speediest necromancer build out there, I think. And I will show it by just doing a dunk rig run, because I still need one of my items, which is kind of surprising that I only need like 1 or 2 items. This build feels really complete, honestly. About if I get the items I need from this one like test run I'm doing, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. You can see the base idea is we activate Pestilence, which is this like poison storm skill around us, which is dealing pretty good damage to smaller enemies. It's like insta killing most enemies, even in like Skullsgun, you will see. It's obviously not killing Etherborns and the big trees. And then for some tougher guys, we have Graveyard, which not only has these like giant damage dealing punishers, but it also gives me a pretty nice regen. So it's a buff that you need to keep up anyway, and to help out is dealing like giga single target damage, not like that good of a single target compared to how like other builds are for the most part, but it's like 4 or 5 times as much damage as our Pestilence is doing. This has some pretty lucky finds so far for me on SSF, but we will go over that. So for the most part, this build started out using the set variation, which is the Malice set. Obviously, this gives a lot of useful bonuses, like the damage you can gain from it, like the Necro skill levels, poison skill damage, poison pen, which is a huge thing you get from the 3-piece set, and the items in general can be amazing. Like this is 3 all skills, huge life after each kill, bonus defense. Like this is a really good set item, but there is like no support directly to it. Comes from like 3-piece set. The weapon has like up to 50% poison spell damage, I think. Just good in general, but if you want something specific, you will need to change away from that as well. But the offhand is just so fucking good for the Pestilence speed farming version. It's crazy. It can give up to 16 levels to Pestilence, pretty good poison spell damage, minus poison res. The reason I want to upgrade this specifically, because there is a much better sacred unique item, which like pretty much everybody uses. It turns 50% of your minion damage to generic skill damage, which would heavily benefit from us. If you put 1 point into like this, with this many skill levels that I have, it would be like, I don't know, 60, 70, 80, 100% minion damage. Other things, now that we have some really good luck, we are using an Eternal Vigil for the weapon. It's all skills, spell focus, poison skill damage minus enemy elemental res, which includes poison. This build is struggling to get some poison pen, even with like my current setup. The helm is a Crown of the Black Rose. I have a 3 skiller one. It's like, again, really good, minus poison res, plus poison skill damage. All skills in general is huge. Some life regen, max poison res, which is you get cannot be frozen, which would be like insanely powerful for some like caster or tag based build. This build, it's not that's super helpful. It's still really good to have. I'm using a Gallow Laugh for the amulet because 50 poison skill duration is insane. Like that extends your poison so much. Like it's dealing 3.3 seconds. If I remove this, it's 2.5 seconds. So it's 0.8 seconds with that like really good DPS that we have, and it also applies to the punishers from Graveyard. From 4.2 seconds it goes down to 3.2, which is like really good. I have like 2 witchcraft rings right now because I couldn't get any better ones. It's all skills minus enemy elemental res, and then you hopefully land the lucky upgrade for the spell damage. For the other parts, as you can see, I'm using angelic items with all skills and blessing them with shimmering shrines. These are pretty much the bare minimums that I could get with like a decent all skills. This is missing one, this is missing one. These are okay, but none of them have like good amounts of minus enemy poison res on their own, which would be really important. These also don't have like poison spell damage or any spell damage on them naturally, as you can see. I think this has some. No, not even this has some. So it's like it's completely missing everything. So you know, you could get like much better ones, but these took me like it's like a good 2-3 hours of getting all of these items. But then again, it's super SSF friendly. Like you can just get these by yourself if you're like above 125. I have some charms. I couldn't get like all of them. Here are the ones that I'm missing right now. I'm missing ancient repositories, which would be like a huge increase. It's both +1 all skills and up to 10% spell damage, so that's pretty big. Yeah, of course, you don't have the Halloween charm. This build just cannot do that on its own. I will need to have like a separate build for that if I want to. The Void, I just didn't really want to do that yet, because the way Graveyard works is you need to be pretty up close to any enemies if you wanted to shoot. Like even from this range we don't shoot to this. From this range we might, yeah, we do, but if there is anything else on the screen it will also shoot towards it. So if we just walk up to Inarius hoping that we only shoot it to him, we may be up this close to Inarius, but if Lilith is wandering anywhere around here, the Graveyard will also shoot it, so she will die in like one hit, so that would be catastrophic. A little bit about the skill itself. We max out Embalming and Death Pact. Death Pact gives us a bunch of spell damage because we put points into the Malice tree, and Embalming is just a fuck ton of life. You could max out Death Ward if you wanted to. I personally didn't. We go through all of these points to get Death Lord because it gives us a huge bonus. If I turn this off, I have 65k armor. If I turn it on, I have 360k. This is based on strength, and you need a bunch of strength because Eternal Vigil has a giga high strength requirement. From the crossbow tree we put 1 point into all of these and then get 1 point to life and death. It gives us 108 life on each kill. From the Malice tree we put 1 point into Death Ripple, max out Nightwalker, put 1 point into Death into Dream Eater, and max out Terror, and then you will have enough points to spec Occult Path. You need 20 points, so this is 1, 11, 12, 18, so you need 2 other points into Dream Eater, and then you can spec Occult Path. We max out Pestilence. As you can see, it's level 30, so we use it specialization to max out Pestilence, 1 point into Exile, and then you must get Soul Sever. Without it, your Graveyard is not gonna do like any damage. It's gonna be pretty much on the same level as Pestilence, so it's not gonna help out in bosses. If you get this you're gonna get an insane bonus, and then you can put the rest of your points into Dream Eater because you need Malice skill levels, like any point spent into this, to first of all get physical resistance, which is we currently have 16, and then to get this bonus as high as you can get it, because that will be a huge booster overall damage. I personally get 15 points into Jinn just to get the extra minus elemental res. The 8 max fire res is pretty good, it helps out a lot in Skosgård, but it's not mandatory. I don't see like everybody use this. And we absolutely max out Graveyard for that single target damage. It can like 2-shot Etherborns in Skosgård right now. One kind of little funky thing is, if you want to deal like a really good single target damage and you don't have Jinn, you turn off your Death Lord because that disables all your other caster skills, and then you use Dream Eater because this will make sure that the enemy is going to get not only slowed, but they will lose 30% of their poison resistance, and the Dream Eater also heals you, so this is like a pretty big thing to use, for example, against Corrupted Druids in Skosgård. Your stat distribution is going to look like strength to equip your Eternal Vigil, and then everything else into energy, because you need as much damage as you can get from it. For the Sleep Charm, I went with the Kotsin Bloodlust damage bonus, because I have a Shamanka. I was pretty happy about it, and the 20% bonus applies to this. This is pretty much having a 20% spell damage increase one, without having to do Yashari Sanctum, because oh my god, that place sucks so much. But you can also get the Astroga trophy if you can somehow get it, because again, Punisher destroys the little turrets you need, so you need the Infected Roots relic for you to have like insanely good, very good controllable single target damage. But telling somebody to just get like a specific relic on SSF is kind of like, I'm not really helped out, dude. And that is pretty much the build. Now as I said, we're gonna do some Skull's Gonna Showcase to make sure we buff up everything we can. I put on Deathlord because I hopefully not find any druids. We just turned on this, and then as you can see, we pretty much can just run here. Now pay attention to these guys. If he turns on his like storm, then we are pretty much dead, because I don't have that good resistances yet. I see I have 83 lightning res, which again could be better if you get like perfect embers or something. Oh no. Okay. I think it should be dead. Yes, we killed pretty much everything in here without, you know, doing much of anything. If you want to, you can focus at the trees. You're gonna need some time for those to die out, so I don't usually go for them. I mostly just want to get my 10 crafting recipes. I have 5 of them. One of them is actually complete already, which I'm like kind of surprised. I don't usually get these done. Let's see, who do we get? Okay. So I turned off the Deathlord, so I don't have as much armor, but I can cast Dream Eater, and as you can see, he's pretty much like frozen. Just make sure you keep up your buffs. Pestilence has a like 30-40 second duration. Graveyard has a 60-second duration, so you need to keep an eye out on those buffs. But after that, you're pretty much just standing still and spamming Dream Eater to get some easy buffs, and we got the chest. Nice. And that's pretty much how we do things around here, around this town. This build can do incredible. Oh, I got a Lazarus set. That's not the thing I want. I want to collect the Laz set for a summoner to try out how it feels, and now it's a 4%. What? Okay, I just had a 2% before. I had this before, and like 20 minutes ago I found this, and now I found this. Awesome. So yeah, there is still a couple of items missing. Obviously, we could get like much better, like rare rings with -10 pen, but that would be, you know, kind of rare. And I need the offhand. That is like the biggest thing for me, and obviously an infected roots relic. I have a cherub relic somehow. I have this like flame strike. These are both like decent because they give me spell focus, and spell focus is damage increase. But like I don't have anything super special, you know. Something that like meaningfully improves the build, such as infected roots relic. That would be the best. But overall, that was the whole build. Let me know if you would like to see some similar stuff like that. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'm gonna hopefully edit this video pretty quickly so that I can work on the other uploads that I've promised. I need to work on shit, because oh my god, I don't have that much time left on this earth. I will have to go back to my people on the dark side of the moon. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good holiday season. It's gonna be it's pretty close. Have a good one. Bye.